is let's see what Mr. Brian Daigle from Tottenham on Tour has to say. How you doing, Brian?
Big up,
I'm
Brian.
doing good, brothers. Good to see you, Iggy. First, glasses. What glasses?
Don't know what you're talking about, mate. Maybe I need to go and get my eyes tested.
Exactly, buddy. How are we both doing?
Yeah.
Well, I'm as you can see, shameless as always. You know.
Mate, I mean, that is just the only good thing. The only good thing to say about it is my lucky number is 22. So that's the only good thing about that shirt.
Put it down. Just put it down a bit so you can see the name. Put some respect on the name.
Mate. All we can say is, we needed a win.
Yes.
By hook or by crook, we got the win. And it was much, much, much needed. Although we just can't have it easy, can we?
No.
We have to sweat. We have to have that little oh God, here we go moment as Spurs.
It was Iggy's fault. He's put the cosh on it. Old Iggy. Oh, it's done now. 87
on the
minutes.
88th minute, you think that you say it's done, right? You think.
Iggy, you're a Spurs fan. You're a Spurs fan.
Yeah,
you have to question it. You have to question it even after the ref's blown the full-time whistle. You're like, are we sure?
Enough.
Are we sure? No, but listen, got the job done.
It,
They're not the best. They weren't the best of teams, were they? They were actually really poor in that first half, but they created chances. Second half, they just piled on the pressure, and thankfully we withheld it long enough to get those points that were just so desperately needed for so many reasons. But I think it'd be a little bit more relaxed about Elfsborg now, can't we?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't great. The game was, I mean, it wasn't a thriller. But Ange's just come out and said it's not easy to get away wins in Europe. I was watching the Champions League last night and there was only one away victory, so it's tough. Credit to the boys. I thought they were outstanding first half and played really well. We looked a bit tired in the second half, but hung on. Sonny scored a great goal to give us that extra buffer. We had the schoolboys out there in the end. We wanted to be a bit more aggressive, and that is when Madders is at his best. In the context of the game, we kind of knew if we could score early and put some pressure on them, it would give us a great foothold in the game. It was good night. It was good. He was good all night, but got a bit tired in the second half. But he caused them a lot of problems.
Well, he did, didn't he? I mean, first of all, I mean, he should be causing them problems. The quality he is, and we had compared to them. Maddison took his goal brilliantly. And great play by Pedro Porro to get the ball through to him. Son got his goal. The second goal was a very good goal. No matter what, making the angle and getting that goal, making the angle for the shot, sorry. The defending for their first goal was horrific. Horrific. We were 2-0 up and cruising. And then I saw, when you watch the replays back, we only had two people in defence. Yeah. We're 2-0 up and going. We were pushing for that. And to be fair, both their goals were very well crafted. Both their goals were very, very well taken. But the people I really wanted to talk about, and you mentioned a couple of, I think, Brandon Austin, that save in the first half, what a save that. That save going through the legs is a lot better than people think. That was a great save at a time where it could have turned the game. The penalty, what a debacle that was. What an absolute debacle that was. Literally. Am I still on?
Yeah.
You're still on, mate.
Okay, my screen's just gone completely black for some reason.
Yeah, you're still here. You're still here, mate.
There we go. We're back.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I also was laughing at that point because the ref was literally probably being told, mate, we need to review this. And he was like, no, mate, we're carrying on. It's my decision. I'll give it. And then just to the point where the striker, I think it was Bischoff, was about to take the penalty. Hang on a minute, I need to go and have a look at the screen. And then stood at the screen for what seemed like an eternity and was just mate, VAR again, laughable.
It is. So thankfully that didn't go, but they took their first goal very well. Their second goal was a fantastic cross and header. And then you think, oh, here we go. Here we go. But thankfully, we got the job done. But like I said, I completely agree with what Iggy was saying. I think Ben Davies, when he plays, honestly, he comes in and all right, our defensive, the opposition weren't brilliant. But if there's a man that has to come in and just do the job, he makes it so much calmer for the rest of those defenders. He just steps in, like you said, Iggy, the low block kind of thing is his bread and butter, isn't it?
It suits
All
him.
day,
It
every
suits
day.
him.
They look so much more relaxed and composed with him there, as opposed to when it's been Dragusin and Gray. And the other person to talk about is Archie Gray. I think he just keeps developing and developing and showing class and got this. All these playing in different positions. Iggy, like you said, when he does eventually move to the number 6, all this experience he's getting playing across the back line in whatever position Ange tells him to do is only going to help us in the long run for the number 6 whenever he gets there. I honestly think he is such a great, good player, and he's just getting better and better. And people could say, yeah, it's only been about weaker teams and everything. He's shown what he can do.
Well, he's getting experiences in Europe. He's
Correct.
getting experiences in the Premier League. The only thing I hope for is that when we've got everyone back, that we don't turn our backs on the very players that have helped us out, and it's what they're there to do, and it'd be a great injection of confidence from the manager to the players, but still having them involved, even with the first team players back.
Yep.
Because right now they know they're helping us out, but there'll be questions at the back of their head thinking, what's going to happen to us when these guys get back? I hope we keep them within the squad and we keep giving the faith and trust. And now that we've seen the players, before everybody's injury crisis happened, we hadn't seen Bergvall, we hadn't seen Jess Spence, we hadn't seen all these players that we're seeing right now. We hadn't seen any of them, but now we've got a bit of a better idea as fans. We've got a bit of idea who can do it and who can't, and who should be given the opportunities to do it. And I think these guys that have been coming in have earned the right to be not snubbed anymore. They've earned the right to be involved. And also as fans, I think now that we've seen a little bit more of them, when we do have the complete squad, we can say, do you know what? No, I don't mind seeing Bergvall in because he's really good. I've seen what he can do. I've seen Jess Spence. He's been quality whenever we played him. I've seen the likes of all the other players, Mikey Moore and even Lancashire that's come on, gets about. So do we need to improve? Listen, for me, we could still bring a couple of bodies, 2 or 3 bodies, even before the transfer market. It would be a massive injection and of oxygen. It would be a massive oxygen. This team massively needed. But moving forwards, I want these guys to be involved because I think it would be the right thing to do. And also, what you said earlier about Austin, how he's been overlooked in the 7 years he's been at the club by so many managers beyond me. How he's not even made it as vice a goalkeeper.
Yep.
It's incredible. I don't know what's going on because whenever I've seen him, he's looked all right. Against Liverpool, he was man of the match. Tonight, I thought he had a decent game.
Against Newcastle.
Sorry, Newcastle. I beg your pardon. You're right. Against Newcastle, he was man of the match, and tonight, I thought he was whatever he could save, he saved. Yep. He was really brave on that penalty incident because without that, the guy's got a free header. So I don't know. I don't know what the guy's got to do to be given an opportunity, and why we don't give our youth players that have grown up in our team and our club. Why they don't get the opportunities, I'll never know.
You're right, Iggy. You know, one thing I do want to say as well, and like I said, I think the manager's days are numbered now, whether we like it or not. But I think he deserves some praise today. I think he does, because I saw a lot of people just across Spurs social media, whatever, going, why is he not playing the kids? Why is he not resting everyone ready for Leicester? I personally think today was more important than Leicester. I really do. It was get the job done, get Europe and that sorted, deal with Leicester. We all know we're not getting Champions League football via our league position. Whether we get European football, period, through our league position is seriously, seriously under wraps. And when we went to Galatasaray, I was saying to people, I want to go full strength, because if we can win an away game there, at that type of stadium, it could do really well for the mentality, the confidence. But we obviously rotated and went with young kids. And everyone was like, why are you going with the kids here? Why are you going with the kids here? I think it was essential that a lot of the players, yes, some of them needed a rest, like Porro couldn't rest because Spencer and Reguilon can't be there. But the front line, I'd rather have seen some playing today than Sunday. I'd rather see Mikey Moore in the Premier League. I think Europa League is where we got to go for, and the Premier League will sort itself out. We're not getting relegated. Could we get dragged into a relegation fight? Potentially. Will we get relegated? No. But
Where do you see, Brian? Where do you see the changes are made for the weekend?
Well, I think Spencer and Reguilon coming immediately. Oh no, sorry, Spence will definitely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's say for Gray, who played. God, do you know what? Trying to do the math of where players are playing right now, if they're in their position or not. Right, so I think Spence
Spencer's
definitely
probably going to
comes
be a
in.
left back, isn't he?
Spence definitely
If Paul was
comes
the
in.
team.
But this is the thing, Iggy. Does he rest Porro now and say, right, you can have a. So listen, we know Spence is definitely coming in.
Yeah.
Does he go? Kinski will go back in. So
Yeah.
then you look at it up. Can he do anything in midfield? Bentancur came back, did well today, or did what he had to do, added a bit of experience in there. But he's going to have to make some changes. But I'm just glad that we needed to get a win in Europe. In fact, scratch that. We needed to get a win full stop
Yeah.
with the form we're in. And if Ange Postecoglou thinks he had to do that by sending the strong players out to stop that rot, then fair play to him. On that note, fair play to him.
But all I will say is that the only thing I'm critical of, especially when we went 2-0 up, is the game management. I just don't
Again,
understand
that's a
why
problem.
we have these situations where we're in advantage, or we're in a good position, and we just cannot keep the ball. And just the game management, I'll just take the sting out of the game, keep the possession. Well, let them run around for the next 5-10 minutes, and then they'll get tired of doing that, and then the opportunities to get the third will come. We haven't quite grasped that part. At
Correct.
this point in the season, we still haven't grasped that part. And I feel like if we don't get to grips with it now, if we do, hopefully go far in this competition, I think that could be it could hurt us more than it would, than made of it.
Oh, I mean, of course you can, Iggy. I mean, I think all of us as Spurs fans have been through it before, where we're 2-0 up and look sailing. Then they could have had a penalty, and then when the penalty, you're like, oh, here we go, we're giving it away. They score straight away after it. You're like, oh, thank God the penalty weren't overturned, because then it's. And then when we go 3-1 up, you're like, okay, relax again. And then that header came in, and you're like, oh no. And let's face it, they had a good few chances. I will say, I got a lot more relaxed when they. Who's the player they took off at the end?
Bischoff.
I think, Joe, I think he played exceptionally well.
Yeah.
He was the one that was really pulling the strings out. I was delighted to see he went off. I was delighted when he went off. He didn't seem too happy about it either. No. But thankfully, like we said, we needed a win badly, regardless of
We've got one.
And we've got a win. Whether that means we now turn over and go do things, questionable.
Yeah.
But thankfully, Spurs could go into a Premier League game with an away win in Europe under their belts, and we see where we go from now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, look, and I'm just trying to find. I think let's hope they've just pinged it up. I had it on there. News today, or news from Ange, that Dominic Solanke will be out for up to 6 weeks.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know, Ange. The whole world knew that yesterday. Thanks for the breaking news. Yeah, it's his MCL, isn't it? It's his MCL that's been done. 6 weeks. Richarlison, like you said, could have had a couple of opportunities. I'll tell you what, that's the one person that I think shouldn't have started today, because I think he needs more Premier League minutes. But I would love if Lancashire played away at Galatasaray, I would have preferred to see him in this game than in the Premier League. But we'll see. Well, like I said, we've got them both fit at the moment. Richie could have done better, but he's got to find his feet. But Solanke, now it's just down to the transfer window, isn't it?
Well, do you believe that we're going to get anyone in before the end of the transfer market?
Iggy, you've known me long enough now. What do you reckon my answer is to that?
I know the answer. But for the benefit of the people that are watching us and don't know us well enough.
And if we do, it will be another Nelson and Zaha loans at last minute. So I reckon. I don't think there is any money being spent as in transfer fees. There'll be no permanent transfers coming in.
Not even a loan. Not even a loan.
No, I think that's what I'm saying. A couple of deadline day loan deals.
Deadline
might be done. But
where do we see? Because look, what have we got in midfield? We've got Bergval, we've got Madison, we got Kulu, we've got
great defence,
Bentancur, and then
Sarr.
you've got Sarr's injured. No.
Yeah, but hopefully he'll be back in a couple of weeks.
So those are the 4, and those. If we look at Kulu looks. So, would you be tempted to play Reguilon and Spence and give Porro a rest and put Gray in midfield and put Davis and Dragus? I mean, I don't
Yes.
know. What else
Yes.
do we? What else do we do? Do we put Lancashire up top against Leicester instead of Richarlison?
I would do what you said. I would give Porro a rest and go Spence and Reguilon. They're fresh. They give them a go. I would like to see Archie. I think we all want to see Archie in midfield. I think we all got excited on Sunday against Everton when we thought we might have been seeing Archie in midfield. I'd love to see what the kid can do in midfield. So yeah, I'd definitely go Spence and Reguilon, right and left back against Leicester.
It's an option for sure. We need some energy in the team, and I listen. For me personally, I'll start Spence and Reguilon. I know Reguilon has had his issues with the club before and stuff like that, but he's there. We're paying him, and he's available, and he's fresh. I think we should they both should start. Give Porro a bit of breather, freshen up the flanks a little bit, and then you're right. Maybe Archie could play in the defensive midfield and allow Bergvall and Mathers, or even Bentancur and Archie Gray together with Madison, and then Kulu wide with Son. And maybe someone between, maybe Mikey Moore and play Son up front. But there are options there, and I just feel like bringing the likes of Spence and Reguilon in the side, especially where we need the push in the wide areas. I think they could, they could do their bit. We need their contribution, and why not do it straight away? Especially the game's only in Sunday afternoon. So it's not really if the team come back tomorrow on Friday morning, come back to the UK. It doesn't give you a lot of time, so we need to do a quick changeover.
There you go, Iggy. There, your application for manager has been. That was your video interview. There you go. He has named the team. Everybody, we've got the starting that. But no, I would start Spencer and Reguilon. It's coming down now where we need players to rest. It does not look like it doesn't look like the big name players are not big names. Sorry, the transfers are coming in. So we have to be clever here. When these players start coming back, there are options in certain positions to not have to heavily rely on certain individuals week in, week out, game in, game out for 90 minutes each time. And let's see if we can learn from it.
We can only hope. Fingers crossed.
We can indeed.